Why is this sofa noisy today? We would do this till we enjoy it. If we find these conversations become repetitive and boring, we don't do this anymore.
Who the fuck wants to watch this anyway, right? That's a burning question that we asked ourselves. Did you think Raj Chamani would ever fucking subscribe to our podcast?
I don't know why he did.
Just drop a comment. Tell us. There are two options here, okay? One is This Living Room, which is a podcast at the intersection of marketing and advertising. And the other way to do it is a podcast just about life.
Nikhil Kamath got Elon Musk, and I think it was the worst episode he's ever done. If your feed looks exactly the same, it doesn't reach new people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of This Living Room. This is a very Inception kind of episode. This is why are we doing a pod? The pod is about why are we doing this pod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's actually less for y'all and more for us. But,
but
we thought we'd just keep the cameras rolling and see where
We'll
it
keep
goes.
the cameras rolling, and if somebody else is building a pod, maybe they have similar questions, man. And
I don't know if we have the answers. Even if they have similar questions.
yeah, but at least this will open up some thoughts around this. Okay. So I'll set this up. Okay. We started this pod because we thought that our conversations
Were
and
interesting.
our point of view.
But also, we thought this while being massively drunk. I do want to put this out there.
Yes, like a lot of our thoughts, in my thoughts, especially in the erstwhile days, given that I've stopped drinking, were a function of copious consumptions of alcohol.
Yeah.
But this was one of them. And no, generally also, we thought that our conversations were interesting. More than that, our point of views are very different, right? We come from very different points of view on most subjects. We disagree on most things, which is weird because we are friends. But anyway, yeah. So that's how we started, and we said that we'll do this about in marketing and advertising because that's
Our intersection.
our interest area, and that's what our day jobs are about as well, right? So it's like everything kind of fit together. 22 episodes later, we are kind of realizing
that this was not a bad idea.
this was not a bad idea, and this should be given some seriousness and thought, right? Which for us,
Yeah, but so all guys, in all honesty, and it's not like he watches more podcasts than I do. Also, one question was like, who the fuck wants to watch this anyway, right?
yeah,
That's a burning question that we asked ourselves before we started. But then we thought, we're not doing this for money anyway. So like, fuck it, let's just do it. So we started doing it, but there was no plan. There's no structure. Like if you watch most podcasts, you'll see that it's mostly a question answer format, right? There's a host interview kind of format where someone is talking to the other person, and there's a set of questions that this person asks, and it's answered. That didn't make any sense to us because A, we don't function like that. B, we wanted to keep it chill, which is why we called it This Living Room, because it's shot in this living room. There was alcohol, there was cigarettes, there was just us jamming and talking. But now,
some people have told us that this is interesting for them, which has put pressure.
Yeah.
Now we have to perform.
Now, see, we can either take this pressure or not take this pressure.
we can say fuck it.
Yeah, we can say
We'll just keep doing what this is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let's think of this as if this was a brief for a brand that we were working with.
No, I don't think so. Why? Then you'll do all the things which are right.
No, we'll not, no, because we'll structure the question. We'll frame the question like that. Okay. So let's just frame the question first. Just go with me for like 2 minutes. Okay. We are not doing this for money.
No.
Okay. That's very clear.
But that question has a sub question.
Can I rephrase so that your sub question doesn't arise? We are not looking at monetizing this content from the content, as in we are not looking for brand deals and brand sponsorships and YouTube revenue and all that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is not the monetization that we are seeking.
Yeah.
The monetization which we will get potentially, which is non-attributable and also not very direct, will be that if the podcast goes out to the audience, a part of the audience that we are intending it to go out to, our respective businesses might get some sort of inbound.
Correct.
Right? That is the monetization. So that is the answer to, that is the monetization aspect of this. Okay. Secondly, we will not call people just because they are famous. They should be people whom would generally hang out with as well.
People who have, different points of view. Yeah.
Yeah, and we would
Interesting people.
without the camera. We would still hang out with them.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's clear. So you would not, as in if we decide to start calling guests,
Why are you hiding that can of Coke there?
because it would not look aesthetic, because the glass and should I place it back up and make this frame shittier? There you go.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah. So we would not call somebody we don't know as a guest, right? Or we don't find interesting or whatever. So that's the second thing that we would not do. We would do this till we enjoy it. If we find these conversations become repetitive and boring, we would record one episode saying that, hey, it was very great.
It was great. It was fun while it lasted.
Now I think we are bored as fuck. We don't want to do this anymore. So that's decided. Okay. What are the other guardrails? So who are we doing this for? Okay. Largely, I am interested in kind of enabling conversations for founders of early stage brands, because I personally believe that is where they need the most help. Okay. If we can offer some of our experiences and value to them, it's good for them. Okay. This is when they really need it.
So that's your primary target audience.
That is my primary target audience.
Who's the secondary target audience?
Secondary target audience, CMOs, larger people in the marketing fraternity, right? I think potentially younger people who are getting into creative media buying, etc., etc. For them also, I think one of the things that tends to happen is that they don't have a rounded view of business, right? If someone is creative, especially when you're working with early stage brands, you have to have a slightly more nuanced understanding of the business side of things than versus if you were a copywriter and joined a mainline agency.
Yeah.
Right? Because there is stability. The larger brand, survival is not a problem, right? As in one campaign, one line, as in you're not even part of the survival of the brand conversation. Here you're part of that every day. And I think there is a disconnect there as well, right? So founders find it very hard to work with the younger kids who don't have this understanding, because they just don't get context. As in the founder is saying, hey, listen, I just have 50 lakhs in the bank. And somebody is coming and saying, hire a celebrity that's going to do wonders, right? As in those kind of things. So that sensibility, as in I think that is the other thing that will get built. That will have a rub off, as in the first TG will have a rub off benefit on both our businesses. Right?
My primary audience is completely different, by the way.
I'm coming to the secondary audience, which is in your case because you run the traineeship platform as well.
No, I'm saying your audiences and my audiences are completely different.
So who are you doing this for?
My primary audience is my daughter. So when I die, she can look at all of these videos. It's just like
why do I need to be part of this videos then? You can just record like shit for me.
It'll just be fucking silly, no? Just talking to myself. So at least she has some content to go back to.
No, so we all believe and agree that you are capable of doing silly shit.
Sure.
Right? So if you started...
but something which could add. I have a feeling that she's going to get into my side of things. So something that will add some value to her life as well. But also like it'll be nice to watch someone who's like.
By the way, why was this being hidden from me till now? Why is this? Why am I hearing about this?
No, it's just like I wasn't doing it for like someone. I was doing it just to be there. I mean, just to sort of leave a footprint.
So if this is for Mimi's education...
No, it's not for Mimi's education.
What kind of statement is that? As in I'm doing it for my daughter.
No, it's nice. It's nice to have some content which is there. But like the secondary target audience is not actually the way I see it. If it bleeds into the CMO audience, great. But I would think it's more of people who are getting into this business of marketing.
Fair. Yeah, both I think. So getting into the business of marketing could be a founder, could be somebody in the creative industry. Right? Yeah, both. Now, so yeah, there are these ways of like there are these formulas, right, of building podcasts, right? And I think you keep coming back saying that we should do shorter, tighter episodes, etc., all of that, right? Somebody advised me to do hero reels out of all this because they cut this out into smaller, specific reels. As in, right now, the way this is done is, by the way, just to kind of 2 mics, 3 cameras, which are our phones, Bose, Ivy's, and mine. Sarthak does
no lights. Yeah,
no lights,
just as in drawing room lights.
There's one lamp in that room which comes here, which is the added-on light. Otherwise, this room looks exactly like this. Sarthak
no set,
does
nothing.
the editing of the reels and creates an intro. People from my team cut out reels through an AI software, and somebody manages the social handle.
Yeah.
Bo posts the YouTube videos himself,
Yeah.
and that's the infrastructure around this, right? As in,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
Barely any money is being spent on this because no money is being made on this.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah,
And,
but there have been tons of, I don't know if you've been reading messages on our Instagram. There are tons of people who've approached us asking to edit our stuff and claiming that they can sort of do it
they
better.
can do it better than us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
obviously.
is fine. Absolutely, I'm sure they can do it better than
Yeah.
us. But like I've told them that look, this is not money making for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to spend money on it.
Yeah,
but
but-
we've already we bought. This is a great mic actually.
I don't know.
Fantastic mic. I forgot
Yeah.
the name of this brand, but it's a great mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So like, so there
No,
are-
see, the thing is
so
that-
let me finish where I started from. I'm like, see, there are these ways of making the podcast, right? As in, there are these rules,
Certain formats, yeah.
certain rules. Do we want to go down that path, or do we want to just keep it the way it is? As in, how?
I don't know. But my only thing is that look, either you commit or you don't commit. Okay, and this is a dichotomy right now for me, because if you say you commit, right? Now, what does commit entail? Commit entails doing a podcast and distributing the podcast the way we've been told that it should be done.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, literature tells us it should be done, or
Yeah.
Instagram or whatever tells you that it should be done. Right? If we go down that road,
Yeah.
we go down that road.
Yeah.
And how something is distributed will dictate how we do the podcast.
Produce it.
Correct?
So yeah, in principle,
Or we don't go down, or we don't.
Okay, so
do
let me put the picture of success, right? As in, and which is what we were kind of discussing also. For me, it's never going to be a podcast which will have 1 million followers, right? As in, that's
You didn't think that we would get the views that we would get also.
no, I know.
Neither
that.
did I.
Yeah. So I'm saying, okay. So let me.
Did you think Raj Chamani would ever fucking subscribe to our podcast?
I don't know why he did. As in, I have no idea. He was also drunk,
I-
drunk scrolling or whatever. There was no reason for him to follow this, but he did, right? And we were nice enough to follow back. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that aside, see, I'm saying this is never going to be a mass market podcast, right? This is never going to be Raj Shamani. This is never going to be Joe Rogan, because we don't talk about those subjects. As in, we don't talk about subjects which are culturally
it's
relevant
very
for a
niche.
large number of people.
Yeah.
It's relevant only for marketers,
Yeah.
right? Anybody involved in the business of brand building, marketing, etc. So,
But that wasn't the idea. If you remember, when we first started talking in Bhimtal.
dude, that was a very different idea.
No,
that was like,
but when we came back from
Yeah.
Bhimtal, when we first started jamming about, hey, should we do a podcast? What's it going to be on? This is whatever. Marketing and advertising was what we ended up doing.
Yeah.
The initial idea was to just talk about random things.
no, the initial idea was two middle-aged guys having a conversation about things that matter in life, right? As in generally, as in what life is, and as in essentially.
Yeah. So for me, if you ask me, I would much rather do that than this.
I would love to do that. Okay, and
That's richer. That's richer territory.
and by the way, you know how I get when we have those kind of conversations,
Yeah.
right? As in, then this is like a 10-hour fucking episode. This is not like a 30-minute episode, okay, or a 40-minute episode.
Yeah.
Because those conversations are endless for me.
But before you, but if you watch till now, just drop a comment. Tell us. There are two options here. Okay, one is this living room, which is a podcast at the intersection of marketing and advertising, and our journeys in that zone, right? And the other way to do it is a podcast just about life, shot in this living room, where we talk about just how life's been to us, and we talk about parents, we talk
Heartbreak,
about pain,
parents,
heartbreak, money,
poetry, music, money.
Yeah.
Fuck, there's so much to talk
yeah,
about.
there's a lot to talk about, right? And he's lived his life, I've lived my life, so there's a lot that we could potentially talk about in that zone as well. So, but what would you, as a person who's watching this right now, what would you prefer? Really curious.
Also, who are you? The who is important, right?
Why?
No, I'll tell you, right?
Why does the who matter?
I'll tell you what matters, okay? Because see, the intent of what we've started, okay, right now, is to enable people who are involved in marketing, brand building in some way,
Yeah.
to get something out of this which is of value to them, right? Like I was telling you, if every episode has 5 key takeaways, I'm good. Irrespective, whether it is 5 minutes or 50 minutes, I don't care.
But the audience changes depending on your content.
Yeah.
For example, if we do the second type of content,
Yeah, I'm saying
then the audience changes.
So I would call it something else, right? I would call
Why
it,
not this living room?
I would call it this balcony or whatever.
Why?
I'm just saying, just to separate the two brands, right? As in,
What brand? There's no brand that we've built, man.
no, there is. After episode 1, there is a brand. It's
What
a
fucking brand? Man,
awareness
no
levels
one's
are-
going to remember this. Fucking
I remember it.
6 months down the line, no one's, oh, this living room was marketing and advertising. They pivoted to Bombay Shaving Company, Barber Shop fucking pivots every year. He's just pivoted again.
I haven't seen his content for a while, so I don't know what.
Yeah, he's pivoted again. How does it matter? It's still called the Barber Shop.
No, fair enough. As in, but I'm saying I would want to call it something else, right? I would just like have a
Again, fucking set up a YouTube page. Again, set up another Instagram page.
That's
Fuck, man.
yeah, but let's keep this about brand and marketing, right? As in, let's keep it where it is. I would love to have that conversation. By the way, I've just started a second pod with Vishay and Sumit, which is called 367 Conversations Later. And this could possibly be.
But that's also about marketing.
Yeah, but that's more, as in that's less conversational and more subject matter heavy, because my two co-founders are very subject matter heavy guys. I love having those conversations with them. So that's that. And I would love to go down that path. Okay, like don't get me wrong, as in that's a path I would love to.
I would love to go down that path under this banner only. I mean, when we thought of this living room,
we could. But okay, so here are the questions, right? As in, so the structure of this is, why are we doing this? Okay. Now you are essentially, that statement that you made that you're doing this for your daughter, essentially means that you want to leave some sort of memory after you're gone, and that memory should be in video content. Right now, your daughter is the person who's most likely to watch it, and that is what you're doing it for, right? So essentially, let's say
right now she's not likely to watch it at all.
No, later on, she's the most likely person to consume this. Ki, my father did this, and here is his video.
Yeah.
Right? As in that kind
Some
of thing.
tears will be shed.
Tears will be shed. Couple of gins and tonic will be consumed.
Maybe she turns into an alcoholic.
After watching this, he's like, oh shit, you're such an idiot. So that's legacy is one, as in content creation for posterity, and legacy is one part of this, as in that's that. But essentially, we are doing this in its current form for people involved in the marketing industry. Our idea is to offer value through our experience.
But in a light way.
A light way. Yeah. That is what we are doing right now. Now, the game of podcast distribution, we should be doing. Right?
So you're saying follow best practices.
I agree. I'm saying, like, I don't want to be in a situation where this podcast ends up with 10 people watching it.
But best practices dictate that podcast length should be short.
Yes and no, right? As in, so there's one end of the spectrum where Joe Rogan does a 3-hour podcast, and there are other people saying 20 minutes, right? So we'll find that answer. As in, I'm not saying it's short or long, but we should put in more effort, time behind this, and as in, we'll enable some resourcing also. And let's give it a proper shot, man. Let's play the game. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Play the game.
Yeah, let's play the fucking game.
Question.
Huh.
Doesn't that put a lot of pressure on this? The reason why this has been a delight so far is because there's no stress. Like even when you've had a long day or I've had a long day, it's not like, oh fuck, now we have to like really get into this, right? Because it's just us sitting and chatting.
No, see, but in our vision document, we've written this out, right? The moment either of us or both of us start finding this boring, we're done, right? Chances are, when it starts to happen, one of us will raise our voices saying, hey, listen, this is not fun. Can we kind of fix something, right? And I think we'll both be on the same
No, but tell me something. So best practices also mean that we put structures into things, right? We put segments in, and if you've been following our videos, you know that there's no fucking segmentation, right? It's just a free-flowing conversation, right? So which means that from now on, we'll have to put segments of, okay, this is what I'm going to ask you, this is what, and not a script, but like bullet points.
Yeah.
Doesn't that take away the authenticity of what we're doing?
Yeah, so we'll find our answers.
That's what I'm saying. So either you play the game or you don't play the game.
What
you're saying is we invent our own game.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, see, the formula given to you is a formula given to game the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. take the principles, but do your own execution on those principles, right? As in, keep your uniqueness. And why have I been so hesitant on calling guests so far? I haven't had this conversation. Let's get somebody. We're down about 25 episodes where I've constantly said no guests. This is you and me talking, right? Because a guest can go on every other podcast, right? Then the value.
No, but think of it from this perspective.
Then the value is, who is the guest? Is the guest famous enough for somebody to watch, right? And like Nikhil Kamath got Elon Musk, and I think it was the worst episode he's ever done.
Yeah,
and I love his content. Yeah, right? And so then you go down a very different path. Who the guest is, what the narrative is with the guest, their story.
No, why? I'm saying that, like for example, the lady who lives opposite us, who's a mom. Or someone else working here who has an interesting point of view.
That's what I'm saying. People we find cool, we'll get. But that's our take on the guest.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So the formula is get a famous person who everybody is curious about, and
we ignore that formula.
No, we play our game around it, right? As in, we find people who are interesting versus people who are famous. But I'm not saying don't get a third guest on the podcast ever. Right? So figure out the algo. And we'll learn, right? We'll create our own path, because that is what is going to keep us differentiated. At the end of the day, everybody says that differentiated content is the one which scales. So far, ours has been differentiated because we've been not following any formula, right? Within those guardrails, we'll continue doing we'll keep testing things out. But let's figure this out. As in, how difficult can it be?
No, I'm sure it's not difficult. It's just
it's very difficult.
More work.
Yeah, it's more
work.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. But I think we should keep doing this for sure.
At some point, do we go to a studio or do we keep shooting here? I don't want to go to a studio.
I don't want to go to a studio either. See, like this is where have we shot everything here? No, we shot few in Dehradun. Right? We're going to Bali, and I will take the responsibility of putting these stands in my bag and carrying them. You carry the mics. That you can.
Yeah, mics I'll carry.
Yeah. So we'll shoot there. And it's just going to be
topless.
Topless? No. Wear clothes.
Why? We're in Bali. It's hot. Yeah, why would you wear clothes?
No, I'll wear clothes. You will topless. That's fine.
But sometimes you're saying that we'll do our own thing. Then you're saying that.
Arey Baba, I just want to wear a t-shirt.
Why? You built a good body.
It doesn't matter. I want to wear a t-shirt and sit. Now, what's your problem? You go topless.
Why? You have sagging tits or what?
No, I just want to wear a t-shirt and sit.
Why?
I don't want people in posterity to see me talking on a camera without my t-shirt. Okay, that's just.
Why can't we be in a pool?
We could be in a pool. Neither of us are great swimmers.
No, we don't have to swim.
Yeah, but as in, it's just very. We'll figure out the setup. Okay, forget the setup. As in, we'll figure out other living rooms where we'll do this.
Okay.
Studio is not going to happen. Like till the time we end up having like a round table where we have 8 people, right, and where we cannot sit 8 people here, right. There also we'll find somebody's house or something, and then 8 people will require at least 10 cameras.
I have a great idea. It's to invade other people's podcasts, like Gatecrash. We have to find out where people shoot their podcast. Like for example, where is Barbershop shot?
And then get security, kick you out, and then possibly go to jail.
Why go to jail?
If you walk into a secure office without permission.
Where is Barbershop shot?
I have no idea.
Find out, no?
Probably in their office, Bombay Shaving Company's office.
Walk into that office and hold our phones while walking to the office. That becomes content. Yeah, that becomes content.
No. Not. Why is this sofa noisy today?
I think it's gone.
What is this? Shut up.
This is hooky content. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah,
what's up? Anyway, I'm not sitting there. So we should play this game. We should continue doing more marketing, advertising related stuff.
Basically, you just spoke for 45 minutes to basically round up and say that we should just continue doing what we were doing. This could have been an email or a social media post instead of spending 45 minutes.
No, but I like the way we thought about this, right? I think we explored everything. We came to common ground. Yeah, but we'll try all those things, right? As in, I think we'll try a 15-minute episode, we'll try a 1-hour episode, we'll try all of that. We'll see.
It's not like we haven't. We have. We've done 1-hour episodes. We've done 15 minutes. I don't 15 minutes can happen with you around. We've done 20-minute episodes.
Yeah, so we'll try all of that. We'll do all of that. As in, we'll figure out and see what will also happen is the algo will keep changing with time. So we'll have to keep up with the algo, right? Today, Andromeda and all of that, right? So one of the things that goes against us is that because we shoot everything here, all our content gets bucketed into the same bucket, right? What Andromeda does is not only what you're talking, but your surroundings also is how it classifies content, and it's going to only get shown to one kind of audience, right?
Okay.
Like had this been shot, let's say, in a lawn
Hmm.
and one episode in the living room, Andromeda would have classified it as different kind of episodes. And
Oh, really?
yeah, Andromeda does a lot of this, right? So the content itself plus how it's
The surrounding.
shot, yeah. So for example,
Gets shown to different sets of audience.
so it gets classified under one, as in it's one bucket if it's the same. So for example, remember earlier we would say कि एक ad का change the hooks and use the same ad. Now it classifies it under the same ad, so it's going to show it to the same audience. So for example, if one of the hooks is that if you
Like, are you saying that Dehradun one was shown to other people?
possibly, likely, right? So let's say if you have an ad which has a hook saying, "Oh, this is a pain relief balm for people who play cricket," right? And within that you change the hook to people playing football, but the video doesn't change. It's still going to bundle it to the same audience.
Andromeda is what?
Andromeda is the new
Instagram.
Meta platform update on how content is being consumed. Please read that. I'll send you a.
Why do I need to read that?
Because you.
I'm not in performance marketing.
It's the same principles which are getting followed for organic content as well.
Okay.
Okay. So now brand tone of voice, brand visual language suddenly is a very bad idea. If your feed looks exactly the same, it doesn't reach new people.
But feed is not supposed to look the same.
No, as in if it follows same design structure and like you remember those aesthetic feeds which were all very consistent, all of that.
Yeah. So you're saying that a feed should look completely psychotic and chaotic for it to reach other people. No, I completely disagree with this. I will never subscribe to this. I will never push my brands to do this.
Then your brands will not.
No, I'm building
organically.
No,
not
fuck
scale.
it. I don't give a fuck. I'm building brand.
Fine.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Just
Meta has come up with this. Meta will change it 2 years later. Meanwhile, the brand is going to take a hit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, nobody will get to know the brand, and brand will anyway die if you don't do it.
No. You will do performance marketing. You do your thing on performance marketing for those same brands.
I'll send you a document. Read the Andromeda update, and then we should have this conversation once again. Okay, that's was again rambling, ranting, going somewhere else.
But you guys tell us what we should do with this podcast.
Largely
because we're coming now at an intersection where it's not like the podcast hasn't died. It's done reasonably well considering all odds. But like, what's the next? Like, what's season 2? Okay, let's end with that. What is season 2? If this was season 1. What is season 2? What's happening on season 2? What would you like to happen on season 2? How does this pivot? Does this pivot? Do we keep doing the same thing again in season 2? Do we change? What do we change? What do you want us to talk about? Life in general, marketing, advertising, what? You tell us.
Please comment and please DM us on Instagram. We are happy to. Bo will have a one-on-one conversation with you. He likes talking to people. And bye.